It is officially time for Crown Jewel, and you know I had to come through with my predictions, even though a couple of these may just be too close to call. First of all, we have to talk about the controversy that is here in America because of the show's start time. Every time they go international, of course, us Americans who are used to the normal start times, for us, get the chance to experience what the international crowds do every day. So, if you are in America, Crown Jewel starts off at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 Central, which is 5 a.m. Pacific. Whew. Now, me personally, I'm just going to make myself a very cutesy little brunch and be up bright and early under my heated blanket and some cute jammies to take in the show. But I have to ask, will you be watching Crown Jewel live, or are you going to catch that replay later on in the afternoon? I'll be honest though, I'm pretty excited for this show. There's a few matches here that really have my interest. So let's just kick right off with one that again is causing just a bit of stir all over the internet. And that is Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. Whether the rumors are to be believed or not, it's being rumored that Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed will be main eventing Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel is in Australia, which is where Bronson Reed is from. But truthfully, unless something absolutely huge is going to happen, I don't see this being the main event. If anything, this match will probably open the show. Either this one or Cena. But I'm really thinking it's this one because if Roman Reigns doesn't close the show, he's opening it. Of course, I could be wrong. They could be giving Bronson Reed that major push like it seems like they're doing with this match. But I guess we'll just have to see this Saturday. As for who I'm going for, and who I think will win are two completely different people. If you're a fan of my channel, you hear me say that phrase quite often. And yeah, once again, here we are. I do not think Roman Reigns is going to win, but because that is my GOAT, that is my favorite wrestler, I have to go with him. I can't see Bronson Reed being pinned twice by Roman Reigns, especially when he's at home. However, I have to go with Roman. I just have to. Like, I would love for Roman to win, but I really think Bronson Reed is going to pull this off. Whether the Australian street fight is different from just a regular street fight, we will just have to see. I don't know what difference they're going to do with this. I don't know if it's just titled that to give a little nod to where we'll be at. I'm not sure about the naming. However, I'm very excited because it's been a minute since I've seen Roman in a street fight. And Roman absolutely looks like he's having the time of his life during this feud with Bronson. A lot of people have been not so big of fans of this feud, and I have to wonder why, because for the first time in a while, Roman pretty much has a feud that is all his own with no bloodline and no title involved. Yes, I do understand that Jimmy and Jay are also beefing with the bloodline, but Roman's beef with Bronson is strictly between the two of them. Yeah, they're also beefing as a unit with their individual groups, but those two have problems ever since Bronson Reed snatched that man's shoes off his feet. I am really loving this. Roman's having fun. He's giving us promos. He's giving us tribal chief realness while not having a title and not being involved with a title feud. I'm loving it. Because at some point, he's going to get back into that picture and y'all are going to go right back to complaining about, oh, he's never in any... I digress. Either way, I'm so sorry. My bad. Either way, I am very much looking forward to this match. I don't know what type of shenanigans we'll get up to. I'm pretty sure we'll see Braun Breaker. I'm pretty sure we'll end up seeing the Usos. But whether we see the Usos or just Jay is the real question here. Because something tells me this little tiff between Roman, Jay, and Jimmy will fall over into this match. So we'll just have to see what happens. But, of course, the person I think is going to win this match is Bronson Reed. However, I must be on the side of my tribal chief and acknowledge him. I'm going with Roman Reigns. Up next is one of two women's matches on this card, and we are getting Io Sky and Rhea Ripley teaming up to go against the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. Now, this feud... Y'all, I can't take one more breakup this year, okay? I cannot take another breakup. And seeing the way Io and Kairi are so sad about what's going on with the Kabuki Warriors or the former Damage Control. Asuka has Kairi by the grip of her neck. I swear to God, she is not letting that lady go. And I fear for her because what do you mean Asuka slapped Kari this past Monday on Raw? And she just let that happen? You just let that slide? Oh, okay, girl. Couldn't be me, but all right. If I'm honest, I definitely saw this coming at some point because Asuka has really had a bit of an attitude with Io ever since she got back. And we don't know the real reason why. Yeah, she'll say it's Rhea, she'll say it's Nikki, it's all of these people, but it's almost like she doesn't want Io to have anyone other than her and Kari. I'm going with Io and Rhea though. I must go. I must, okay? I must go with Io and Rhea. But I also don't know if I think this match is going to end clean. I don't know if we'll get an actual pinfall victory in this match. I genuinely think Asuka may say fuck it and spray somebody else or do something that causes a DQ because she's so angry that she's in this situation. It's very clear that Asuka wants to be on top and she wants everyone to bow down to her because Asuka is in fact one of the greatest women to ever step in the ring. But why are we going so hard, babes? What's going on? Are we good? Are we okay? And we're not. So I'm going to go with Io and Rhea, but I'm also going to put a pin in that to say there just may be a chance that something goes on because I'm truly wondering where this goes next outside of the War Games bill. We all know all I do is talk about War Games at this point because what people are going to be on which teams. And there's no doubt in my mind that Io and Rhea will once again be going into War Games again, but this time facing off against Io's family in Kari and Asuka. And at one more point before we move on to the next one. Do we see Kari able to escape Asuka? Will Kari wake up and realize that she is being emotionally and now physically manipulated and abused by Asuka? Because Kari doesn't deserve that. She's just such a sweet baby. Like, I'm really excited to see where this goes because this definitely gives big match energy. And I'm wondering which one of these ladies will have a title by the time WrestleMania comes around and who they'll be facing off against. Because Io versus Asuka is for sure a title match, but I wouldn't mind seeing it just by itself either. We can do more than one match in that feud. We can have that go on to the point where by the time we get to Mania, we have some type of very deep, very interesting stipulation. Because for whatever reason, we don't use stipulations as much anymore. And I would love to see that, especially with Io and Asuka, two of the very, very best women in WWE at this moment. Moving right along is a match that we fans are actually very excited for and helped make happen, even though like we'll just ignore that it was already probably planned, but let's just act like we did that all on our own, okay? Okay. And that is for the very last time, we are seeing John Cena versus AJ Styles. I said I don't want to see John Cena on his back too much more for the rest of this year, and I meant that. If anything, I don't really care who wins at the end of this. I just know I'm going to get an amazing match. These two are about to put on a fucking clinic. Like, the way the graps will be grapping, the way these two are going to be selling, I'm hoping we get some more nods. Like, I want to see John Cena attempt to hit the Styles Clash on Styles. I want to see Styles do the You Can't See Me and try to hit the 5-knuckle shuffle on John. Like, look, we have so much opportunity in this match that I very much feel that, or I very much hope that we don't waste it. I believe after this Saturday, we only have 4 more John Cena appearances. And I'm pretty sure we already know all of them. We have Raw in Boston, Raw in Madison Square Garden. We have Survivor Series. And then finally, the Saturday night main event that was originally scheduled to be in Boston, but is now in DC. And after those 4 days, the Cena era is officially over. And I don't know how to feel about this. Like, this year went by way too quickly, and I'm not ready to say goodbye to John Cena just yet. I'm just not. So, what do we do to get John Cena to stick around at this point? I don't know, but somebody needs to figure something out because I need more. And, quick little side bit. Will Gunther be his last opponent? But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to give the win to John Cena strictly because I don't want to see John Cena pinned anymore. Thank you. Now we get into the good stuff because now we have champion versus champion matches to see which is the superior brand. For the women, we have the WWE Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer facing off against the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I know a lot of people are a little iffy on this. They're questioning if Tiffany can rise to the occasion because we know Stephanie Vaquer is a top tier athlete. But I have faith in Tiffany, truthfully. I genuinely believe she will pull this one off as far as showing up in the match. The winner, Stephanie Vaquer. I'm so sorry, no disrespect. It needs to be Stephanie. I need it, especially because apparently Tiffany Stratton is the only woman, possibly person, in the entire WWE to not be pinned in 2025. Wouldn't it just make sense to make that pin be to Stephanie Vaquer? And she's getting pinned when she does not lose a title. It does absolutely nothing to either woman's reign other than just give someone a victory over them and they have bragging rights for the next year. Unfortunately, Liv Morgan will not be in this match again as she is the previous Women's Crown Jewel champion. So we're definitely getting a new one. I have to go with Stephanie. I feel like she may need this a little bit more, but also in ring wise. Yeah. But please do not underestimate Tiffany. She thrives off that shit. Do not underestimate her. There is a chance that she is able to pull one over on Stephanie Vaquer, slip out of that devil's kiss, and hit the prettiest moonsault ever. So I guess we're just going to have to see. And finally, what I do believe will be the main event, because I'm hoping for one specific little thing to happen, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins facing off against the WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes, who is also the current reigning Crown Jewel Champion for the men. Last year at Crown Jewel, Cody Rhodes beat Gunther to get this title, and the question is, will he continue to keep that ring on his finger this year? My answer? Seth Rollins has to win. There is no other option, but Seth has to win. Come hell or high water, Seth Rollins needs to figure out a way to pull this off. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know what he's going to do. But Seth cannot take another loss to Cody Rhodes. They are currently 3-0 in their matches, with Cody winning every single time the two of them have faced off against each other. Even in their promos, you can see how much this bothers Seth, how much he just is feeling slightly less than, I would say, because of his record against Cody. But one thing is also true is the revolving of Roman Reigns within their feud. I don't know necessarily why, outside of the fact that Roman was the guy, but there seems to be a lot of nods towards him. Cody even pointed out that the Vision is very much like the Bloodline, which I talked about in my previous Seth Rollins video. He even has a wise man now. I don't care if he's calling him the Oracle. He's a wise man. He's very much giving Roman 2.0 like someone else, but, we won't speak on that at the moment. But it's just the question of, what does it take for Seth to finally pull it off? What will Seth do? Now, me personally, I am hoping that Roman gets involved within this match. Hear me out, because I know y'all are like, why the hell would he? Because number one, he don't like neither one of them. Number two, Cody has his title and Seth has a title. Either way, the man wants gold again. The man wants to be back at the top of the mountain, and Jey Uso better watch out, because that man has his head looking over here while the championship is over here. But I do think that there's a possibility we see Roman getting involved in either costing Seth or in helping Cody. I'm not even really sure how it's going to work out, but at some point, Roman has to get involved. Like, throughout this feud, one of the things that's been brought up a lot is the Rolex watch that Cody and Seth both share that they got after WrestleMania 41? 40. After WrestleMania 40, I believe. I don't know. I mix these numbers up all the time. Don't mind me. Anyway, but what Roman did was he came backstage after his return, took off a watch, told them not to lose it, and they made sure to show the watch. Why else would Roman be showing us a watch if he's not going to try to insert himself into the drama that is Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes? Why is Roman so cool with pushing Jey towards a title when That's a very unselfish thing for Roman to do. And if we know one thing about Roman is he is not unselfish. That man is selfish as shit. Either way, I'm hoping Seth pulls it off. He needs it. I think that, like Paul Heyman said, he loses everything within his vision. He loses everything within his championship. He becomes the number 2 champion, and Seth Rollins cannot have that. He can't. So I'm genuinely curious where it goes if Seth doesn't pull it off. If Cody is actually able to pull one over on him this time, what does Seth do? And of course, we have to mention that Seth does have the vision on his side. He has Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, while Cody does have Randy Orton in his corner. But will Randy Orton be in Saudi Arabia? Will Randy Orton be there to show up for Cody the way Cody needs to? And again, I have to say, do Roman and the Usos get involved? Like, there's so much that could possibly happen within this match that this match is no longer just about the Crown Jewel Championship. This match is about the overall feud, and the feud is for who is the guy, who is the face of the company, who is at the top of the mountain in WWE. And you have 3 amazing contenders, and that's not even counting CM Punk, who's not even included in that. Actually, I'll even say 4, because you do have to include Jey Uso, and you do have to give Jey Uso that respect for carrying WWE the way he has helped do throughout this year. Yeet is a movement, whether you like it or not. But again, I say all of that to say I have to go with Seth Rollins, because I genuinely think Seth needs this victory, and that man will do whatever it takes to pull it off. But I would not be surprised if Cody figured it out once again, because that man seems to always be 2 steps ahead of Seth Rollins, no matter what. So those are my Crown Jewel predictions. Let me know down below which ones you agree with, and how do you think especially the main event is going to go? If you think Cody and Seth is going to main event, which match do you have set to be match of the night for this show? And are you expecting this one to top WrestlePalooza? Insane question. Of course you are. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications so that you're notified every time I post. Until the last bell rings. Bye, guys.